So for the chromatic scale, this is how we play them with our fingers on both hands. So remember, your thumb is your number one. Let's call our thumb number one. Let's call our index finger number two, middle finger number three, fourth finger or your ring finger, call it number four, and your pinky number five, and the same for your left hand. So the chromatic scale, we use basically these are three fingers, number one, two, three, thumb, index, and middle finger to play the scale. Now this is going to help your fingers adapt to the keys on the keyboard, help you deal with some tensions, because when you start playing the keyboard at the beginning your fingers are tensed because you don't know your way around it, and so you have to train. So this skill is going to help you train your fingers to adapt to the keys and get familiar with them. So we use these three fingers, and here's how it goes. Your thumb is going to play the white keys, and your middle finger would play the black keys. Thumb will play the white keys, and middle finger will will play the black keys. Then wherever you see two white keys occurring, this is for the right hand now. Wherever you see two white keys side beside each other, that is where this your index finger is going to come in. So let's start with the note of the key C. This is our C, middle C. So remember, thumb white, middle finger black. So it will go like this. Thumb, this is C, middle finger on the black, thumb, middle finger, thumb. Now you see there's no black key after this note E. What you have is F, and F is a white key. So this is where your index finger comes in. So you see these two white keys are beside each other. So your index finger comes in on the note F, on the key F, and then your middle finger continues on the black. Thumb, middle finger, thumb, middle finger, thumb. So we're back to C now. Index finger, and then middle finger, and you can just continue like that. So let's do it again. Thumb, middle finger, thumb, middle finger, thumb. There's a white key, so you put your index, then middle finger, thumb, middle finger on the black, thumb on the white, middle finger on the black, thumb on the white, index finger, because there are two white notes beside each other. So where we have those two white notes beside each other is E and F. E and F are two white notes that don't have any black key in between them. And then B and C. B and C, they don't have any black key between them. So that is where your thumb and your index finger plays both of them for your right hand. Now you notice that when we started here on with our thumb, when we got here, our index finger played the white key in C. So it doesn't matter as long as your finger follows that sequence. But the point is, wherever you are starting from, I might choose to start from the key of D. So whatever you are starting from, start with your thumb and just follow the fingering like that. So starting with D, D is a white key, so thumb, index finger. So your index finger will play F, and your index finger will play C with your right hand. So when you're descending, it's the same thing. So let's say we're descending, we've ascended up. So coming down, or let's say we're here coming down. So you see how this your thumb, index finger, and middle finger just follow the flow between this your B, C, and C sharp. So you're coming down. You're not doing like this. No, this is wrong. Not like this. So you're coming like this. Then middle finger on the black key, thumb, middle finger, thumb, middle finger. Then you see it again, E, F, F sharp. So your index plays on F. So on your right hand, your index finger, when you're playing the chromatic scale, whether ascending or descending, your index finger will play F and C. Aside from when you're starting. So if I'm starting in F, my thumb will just start with the F like that. So whenever you want to start the chromatic scale and you're starting with any white note, you start with your thumb. And then when you continue, your index finger will play the C note and the F note wherever they occur. So watch me with my right hand. I'm starting with C, or I can even start with B. So, but if I'm starting with C, I'll start with my thumb. See the C, then descend, index on C, index on F, index on C, index on F, and then I'm ending with my thumb on C. So that's it with the right hand. With the left hand, we are still using the same three fingers, thumb, index, and middle finger. So, and the same rule applies. Any white key you're playing, start with your thumb, and then your middle finger would play the black keys. Thumb white, middle finger black, and then your index finger plays any white, the same part where two white keys are occurring beside each other, which is between E and F, and B and C. E, F, B, and C. So let's start with our left with on the key of C, middle finger, thumb, middle finger. Now you see that you know that the left hand are chiral of each other, like they are mirror reflection of each other, so they're chiral. So whereas in your right hand, at this junction of E and F, your thumb is playing E and your index finger is playing F, and your middle finger goes, so it goes like this. On the other hand, which is your left hand, it's going in this way, whether ascending or descending. So it's going like this. But your right hand is your thumb is starting on E and going up to F sharp. On your right hand, your middle finger starts here and descends in this manner. So it's going to be like this. Index finger, thumb, index finger on B, C, and it goes like that. And when you're descending, the same thing. So for your left hand, your index finger comes in to play the notes E and B, E and B. Index finger on E and B. But for your right hand, your index finger plays F and C. Left hand index finger plays E and B. Right hand index finger plays F and C. And that's a chromatic scale with your left hand. So if I'm starting with the black notes, I just start with my middle finger straight up. So this is C sharp. If we're using both hands, yeah, and that's it with your chromatic scale. Now, yeah, just simple things you should know about playing the chromatic scale. Now, when you're starting, when you're playing a scale, when you play the first finger, so don't do it this way where you cluster both of them together. When you play the first one, take off your finger, play the second one. So when you're playing a scale, when you start playing the first note or a note, you're playing the next one, take off your finger from the previous one you're playing so they don't cluster each other. Secondly, you notice that I'm doing thumb movement, so you don't have to do like this to change your hand. Yeah, there are times when you are going to have to spread your arms a little because your move of the movement motion you're making, but you don't have to spread your hand like this. You know, yeah, you don't have to do like this. You don't have to do like this. Fingers don't go flat. So a little curvature to enable you move easily. So when you're moving your thumb, so you see it goes under like this, under, and then when you're moving down, your other fingers can go up, over like this. So motion of your wrist. That's one second thing you should know. And then when you're practicing the chromatic scale, you don't have to practice it from bottom to top at once. So you take it bit by bit. Let's say I want to practice C chromatic scale, moving from C to C. You know that at this junction, it's different. So you can practice this part continuously. Practice it until your finger gets comfortable with it. You can practice just playing from C to E flat and just keep up with it for some minutes until your finger gets comfortable with playing them that way. Then you practice how to connect these two together. So I'm practicing from C to F sharp. So pick it bit by bit until you get to the next C. Practice the junctions where your index finger has to play. Practice the junctions and do the same thing for your left hand as well. And then with time you can now move from one octave. So you practice between just one octave, between C to C or C sharp to C sharp or B to B, wherever you will choose to start from. And then you can increase it to 2 octaves, increase it to 3 octaves, increase it to 4 octaves, depending on the keyboard you're playing. And by so doing, you build strength, stamina, and fluidity in your fingers over time. So that's it with our lesson on the chromatic scale. And if you learned something from this tutorial, from this lesson, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you keep learning more and more about the piano and how to play the keyboard and make music for yourself. So hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that whenever content comes from me, you'll be among those to receive them. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching.